Hello again, it's Nathan here from pictureandword.co.uk, and I made a video yesterday in which I showed how you could use the WP Types Toolset plugin along with the Beaver Builder page builder to create custom content types and display those custom content types in Beaver Builder templates. Whew. That makes sense. But a couple of people in the Facebook group when I released it thought that well, what was the point? Because I just use stupid placeholder text and silly things like that. So I thought I'd come up with a more usable use case, so something that you could actually use in real life. And so that's what we're going to do now. It's very similar to yesterday's tutorial, so if you watched it all, then probably stop watching this one if you understood what it was all about. Stop now! Don't go any further, because you won't learn anything new. Actually, there is one new thing, but I don't have any idea when I'm going to get to that, so you know, you'll have to watch however many minutes. Just cope. Right, so here we go. We're in my WordPress backend. And the first thing we need to do, I'm going to do this quite quickly actually because we did it yesterday. So I'm going to go to create a post type. And in this case, I'm going to create a post type, add a new one, and I'm going to call it employees because the purpose of this is to create something that is useful. And I think a lot of websites would need to put employees on them. So there we go. Let's create the slug. We'll change the icon to something a bit more employee-ness. What can we find? Can you see anything? Shout out. Oh, no, that won't work, will it? Let's go for groups. Okay, great. Now, none of this, none of this. Here's an interesting thing. Down here, you can turn off all the bits and pieces that WordPress would normally display when you were creating post types. So, for example, you can turn off the title bar. I'm actually going to leave that in, but I am going to turn off the WYSIWYG WordPress editor. And I'll explain why in a moment, because I don't want it. So now I think that's finished. Great, let's save it. Hope that'll save. Yes, good. WP Types, if you're watching, could you please get rid of that advert there, because we don't need it. We love you already. Right, so the next thing I need to do is create some post fields and create a group. So I'm going to add a new field group and I'm going to call it employee field group. Yes, hurrah, spelled it correctly, hooray. Right, there you go. See, no, we don't need that. Right, now I want to associate it with the employee custom post type so that it will only appear, these fields will only appear when I am creating employee custom post types. Right, let's add a new field. First thing I'm going to do is use a single line, and I'm going to call this what shall I call it? Employee's name. Okay, all looks good. Now obviously in this case that's going to be a required field. You can't really have an employee without a name, so let's require it. I'm not going to bother about this search thing, but you can have it as part of a global search. Next one I'm going to put in is the phone number, because I think all employees need a phone number. So I'll put employee direct line. Let's go for that. Again, I'll say it's required because I think they should all have a phone number. So let's add a new field. Now we're going to add an image of the employee. Where's the image one? There it is. And again, I think this should be required, so I'm going to put employee image with a slug. Make it required. They're all required today. Whoa, gracious. And lastly, let's put in an email address. Right, where's that? Email, anybody? Beulah, there it is. Email. Right, so we'll put employee email. Have you spotted the pattern yet? I use a suffix of employee. Very good. Okay, moving on. Email. Right, not only am I going to require it, but I'm going to have it validated as well, meaning if you just put in a random string of text without an @ sign and probably a full stop or a period, it will probably say, no, fail, not an email address, do it again. Okay, great. All right, looks good. Let's say, just recap. So we've got employee name, employee direct phone line, an employee image, and an employee email. Hurrah! Let's save it. No. Okay. Right. What I need to do then now is create some employee content. So I'll just quickly add one in, and then I'll pause the video and add 3 or 4 more. So I'm going to call this one John Smith. Okay, there he is. John Smith. John Smith. Employee direct phone line. Watch this. Very cool. Right, an image. There he is. There's John. Great. Great, John. There he is. Great. And he is going to be at .com. Of course he is. I'm going to publish that. Right. Brilliant. Ooh. All right. Fine. Didn't like my email address. That's brilliant. It validated. It didn't validate. All right. Okay. Fine. Let's do John at .com. See how that validates. Save it. No, it's clever. Oh, that's brilliant. John at, oh, I don't know. I'll do picture and word.co.uk. Let's see if that validates. Let's hope so. It likes it. Wow, that's a clever parser of text, isn't it? It knows when it's junk. How does it do that? That's wizardry. Okay, so I will pause the video, create more pieces of content like this. I won't faff around with the email thing, and I'll be back in a very short space of time. Pause. Okay, hello, I'm back again. I've now created 4 pieces of content for this employee custom post type. I have John Smith. Let's open them up. I have Lucy Onion. I have David Big Johnson, and I have Drowning Susan. And there's John. Oh no, I didn't want to view them, did I? I wanted to edit them. Never mind, doesn't matter. Essentially, we have various bits and pieces then of content. Each one's got an image, each one's got a telephone number and an email address and so on. Now, it just suddenly occurred to me that I actually wanted to include a piece of a field for these custom post types that I didn't add in, and so that brings me to something which is worth doing. So I'm going to go to my post field section here, and I'm going to add in a field that we can add. So go into my employee field group here, and I'm going to edit it, because I also wanted to include another field which was just some multi-line text. So I'm going to put that in, and I'm going to call this employee about, and this is just going to be a section where you can write a bit about the employee, what they like and their hobbies and what their specialties are and so on and so forth. I'm going to make this required. I'm going to save the field group. Okay, and whilst I'm at it, I'm going to reorder them. So I'm going to have the about near the top, the direct line next, the image. Actually, I think I'll put the image right near the top, and the email at the bottom, and so on. Now, the other thing that it occurred to me was that I've already got the WordPress post title, and I'm going to use that as the field in which I name the employee. So I don't need this one anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll to the bottom and remove this field like that. So now the WordPress post title will be the person's name. I'll have an image, an about us field, a direct line or a telephone number, and an email field, and I must click save on there. Okay, great. Now I'm just going to go in and look at my employees, and just see if that field that I've just removed has been taken out. And also I will need to add in some lorem text, or actual real text in here. Let's have a look. Yeah, so the so this is now going to be my name field, if you like. I'm going to use the title, and I don't have a name anymore, and you can see that they've been reordered. The image went to the top, and I'm going to use a lorem ipsum generator here to create meaty lorem. So here we go. Let's take some meaty lorem and paste it into this section here, which is just a multiple line text editor. It's quite nice. Might be quite a nice thing for clients of yours to use, because they can't faff around with changing fonts and things like that, and then that's all done by you in the Beaver Builder interface. So okay, there we go. I'm going to update the lorem text for John Smith. Let me have another look. Let's go to all items. I'll just quickly edit some lorem text. I'll take a different little bit for each person, so that when we view it on the front end we've got something different. Let's edit Lucy Onion. Lucy Onion, there she is. Right, let's put some lorem in for her. She's got a very small amount to say. Maybe she should be Lucy the Quiet Onion. And let's go and edit the other ones. Let's get some different lorem. We'll get this big fat paragraph here, which contains the word pastrami at the beginning, so it's bound to be good. Dave gets this. Dave Big Johnson. Meaty Dave. Here we go. Right, there's his piece. Come on. Yep, update it. And last but by no means least, shank. It begins with the word shank. Awesome. And we're going to give this piece of text to Drowning Susan. Oh, lordy, lordy. Let's go back, click edit, not view. Okay, there we go. Now, so we now have the content set up as I would like it to be. And the next step then is to go and create a template. So what I'm going to do is click edit content template here. You can watch yesterday's video to see how this works. But I'd started this earlier. If I hadn't have done this already, there would be a little button here which says design with page builder, and I've already clicked it once already, and so I've now got this button instead which says launch page builder, and it's got to be for the employee custom post type. Right, we're going to keep this really simple just because I think that's what we need. So I'm going to put in a 2-column layout like that. There it is. I'm going to set the row settings to, I think, full width. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do full width and keep the content width fixed so that these boxes stay within the parameters and don't spread out to either side. Let's give it a background photo from the media gallery, and I've got a suitably banal corporate image here which I'm going to use full size. Boy, maybe not. Let's go for the large one. That'll do. Position center scroll, that all looks fine. Great. Okay, so now we have this thing with some glasses on, picture in the background. Okay, now into here we're going to add some content, and okay, this is the thing that didn't ever work for me before, but I've managed to find a kludgy fix. Now, normally when you want to insert an image from a shortcode through the WP Types toolset suite, it doesn't work, but for some reason it works in here. So you click in here, and because I've got toolset installed, views and types, I can click this button and I can go down here and look at the employee field group, and I can insert the employee image and wait, and I'm going to pick medium size. I'm going to align it to the left because it's the column on the left, and I'm going to insert it. Now that should appear there. I'm going to click save. Now, nothing has happened because I haven't chosen which person I want to see. But I'm going to click John Smith. Hurrah! There's John Smith. There's Lucy Onion. There she is. Yay. Dave Big Johnson. What a great picture. And Drowning Susan. There she is. Right, great. Okay, let's keep Drowning Susan on. Now I'm gonna change the padding, or sorry, the width of these columns. I'm going to make that one sort of like that. I understand that in Beaver Builder 2 this is all going to change, and it's going to be perhaps even 1.9. I don't know. Right, and now I'm going to add some basic HTML bits. Okay, so in we go. HTML. No, wrong one. Let me cancel that. Come out. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to add a text editor. Sorry. Okie dokie. So the title of this post type will appear at the top. So the person's name will appear at the top. So we don't need to worry about that. So I'm going to add I've got the image already, so I don't need the post title. That's already going to appear on the post itself. So I'm going to put, okay, let's go about. So this is going to put the About Us text in, and I might before that put what they like to do at work. Okay, and let's click Save. Now, pretty poor choice of text color there, so I'm actually going to go into the row setting and make the text black because it's got a pale background, isn't it? So let's go in. Whoops! Whoa! Text color. Let's go for. Come on. Come on. Right. Let's save that. So I've made it more or less black. That's looking good. I might just go in here and. Should we boldify that bit, perhaps? Save that. I like it. I like it. Okay, let's keep going. Let's edit. And let's add in, what did we have? I've forgotten. We had About Us widget number. That'll be their telephone number, I'm guessing. Let's have a look. Field name, field value. Okay, let's insert that shortcode. I'm not sure what that's going to look like. I did it yesterday and I can't remember. Nothing, apparently. Okay, let's edit that. Let's put in another one underneath it and try. Oh, I was in the wrong thing, I think. Yeah, I inserted something from yesterday's tutorial, so that was pointless. Let me get rid of that. Let's put employee direct line in. Okay, let's do that because there's no data in yesterday's stuff anymore. So let's get rid of that. And let's put direct line. Ooh, direct line. Boldify that. Save it. Let's just see what it looks like. Direct line. There's their phone number. I don't know why we didn't get the bold. Maybe I didn't do that properly. No, apparently not. There we go. And then lastly, let's insert the remaining field, which was, so we've got the image, we've got the about, we've got the line, so email. Let's insert that. And I think I shall just put email and bold it and save it. Okay, so I realise it's not the most earth-shattering of things that I've done, but this time I think hopefully those people that were in the Facebook group and couldn't really see the point. Here's the point. You can create pages for David Big Johnson and Lucy Onion and so on. And I like my template. Oh, he's got a lot to say for himself, hasn't he? So I'm going to click Save and Publish Changes. Now then, let's go and actually look at these employees and what they look like on the front end. Okay, so let's do it. So let's view in a new tab, view in a new tab. Let's just open them all up one at a time in a new tab, and then hopefully we'll be able to see what they actually look like. And there's John Smith. Yeah, not the best. Dark glasses with dark text underneath it, but never mind, you get the point. You get a nice little section. Maybe that should have been center aligned. Never mind. There's Dave, sorry, there's John, there's Lucy, there's Dave Big Johnson, and finally there's Drowning Susan. You know, not enough time given over to styling and making it look nice, but you get the point. Hopefully you can now see that there are real life applications for this stuff, and you know, you can go off and build things that look 20 times better than this. Okay, thank you very much. I've been Nathan at pictureandword.co.uk, and I hope that you've got something out of this. Thank you very much. Bye bye. I was just seeing if you'd, you know, pause the video and go away, but you didn't. So I'm going to stop it.